Hey guys, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. So we've got the latest laundry list from the Sims team. This was yesterday, I'm a little late, sorry about that. They are continuing that transparency push with updates on what's been fixed and what is coming next. Now I covered their messaging in the last video, which I found to be quite bizarre but predictable given some recent events, so I won't go too deep into that here. But what we're looking at today is the December update and what fixes are actually landing. Now, quick note up front, they're asking the community if the laundry list should actually be renamed. So you can share feedback on their Discord if you want to weigh in. They're also saying the remaining bugs are more complex since they connect to multiple game systems, so we'll see fewer fixes, but each one should have a bigger impact. Career issues have been acknowledged as a priority too. Now, before we get into the fixes, the Sims Direct account responded to a couple of questions on Twitter that are worth mentioning. Someone asked about the male gallery Sims voice fix and whether it means starting completely from scratch or just saving your legacy again. The team clarified that if a Sim already has the wrong voice, they'll have it forever, but if you follow the same steps, it'll stop the issue from happening to new Sims. There was also a question about the missing pre-made pets bug that's been keeping people from playing. The team said they're aware it's becoming a top community issue and they've started preliminary investigations, but there is no timeline yet. They'll post updates as they make progress. Now on to the December fixes. The top voted issue is the privacy blur problem. Clothing showing through the mosaic on child, teen, young adult, adult, and elder Sims is getting fixed. Other age groups still have this issue and they're investigating those separately. The season's pop-up that interrupts travel between lots is gone. That one's been persistent. Male gallery Sims will have their correct voice tone instead of high-pitched voices. This fix only works for new saves going forward, not retroactively for existing ones. There's a save corruption fix tied to businesses and hobbies. If a Sim was dead, a ghost, and not actively being played while connected to small business careers, the game could crash on load with error code 123. That specific combination won't crash anymore. Progress has been made on the life and death issue where children were taken away despite not being neglected. It's not fully resolved yet, but they're working on it. Base game is getting several fixes. The Nature Soundscapes radio station won't wake sleeping Sims anymore. Teens will keep their aspirations when aging up as long as it's not a teen-specific aspiration. The mental fog moodlet from using the work harder career tone has been rebalanced to appear after 3 or 4 days instead of only 1 or 2. The team had a chair with duplicate color swatches, and instead of removing one and potentially breaking builds, they added new variants. Then they matched it to other furniture, which meant updating the whole set. So 9 objects got 3 new swatches each, so that's 27 new free base game swatches total, covering chairs, sofas, and bar stools. The main menu won't display a string of W's when there's no active household. Sims will change into their outfit in front of toddler Sims again. Young adult Sims won't get moodlet and quirk notifications that shouldn't apply to them. There's a texture fix for one of the brick wallpapers when applied to wall corners. Sims without horse ranch won't develop a fear of horses. Good and evil Sims won't excessively mourn at gravestones. Now, Adventure Awaits is getting a significant fix for custom venues. Pre-made custom venues will now display and execute their pre-made schedules in the release version of the game. This was only working in internal builds before due to some code that needed changing. There's also a tagging fix so a specific top shows up properly in masculine style filters. Toddler and child hairstyles are visible without gender filters, and curtain rods use the same shader as the curtain sets so they don't look like different colors in certain lighting. For autumn apparel, fingernails won't clip through the gloves. Businesses and Hobbies has a wallpaper that now extends fully to the floor, plus 8 doors and windows are getting a missing purple color swatch added. Cats and Dogs dogs had something unusual happening. It looked like you couldn't have more than 7 Sims in a household because there was a hidden Adopt-a-Cat story arc reserving a slot in the background. That story arc will now wait until there's an available slot instead of blocking new household members. Pets can only explore the woohoo bush every 3 days now. It was happening too frequently, and doing it causes them to get sick. Sims won't receive texts from their pets about missing curfew either. Social media career Sims in city living will automatically meet their coworkers now so they can perform work from home tasks. This only applies to fresh saves though. Cottage living got a shadow added to its pack icon. For Rent has a fix where certain stacked pocket shirts were causing lines to appear on Sims' arms when nails were equipped. Get Famous teens at max drama club level can now use the attend drama club interaction as a self-interaction or on other household members when they've left for rehearsal. The interaction stays available for 90 in-game seconds afterward. Greenhouse Haven's air cycler fan won't disappear when viewed from a different floor anymore. High school years Corn Dog is no longer invisible. It was using a block model which appeared as invisible in the live game and didn't show up in preview images. Life and Death added house parties and spooky parties as viable options for the bucket list goal about throwing a bizarre costume party. Ghost Sims in the Reaper career will appear as ghosts instead of living Sims when collecting souls. The mentor-coworker interaction works on coworkers while they're practicing reaping on the training dummy. Ghost Sims can now eat ambrosia made by Sims from other households, which was preventing Reaper career Sims from eating it. My Wedding Stories fixed an issue where the exchange vows interaction could gray out on the wedding arch even when the necessary Sims were present. Paranormal Stuff now has terrified and scared emotions available in Sim stats. Realm of Magic bottles display their logos properly on all color variants of the classic apothecary cabinet. For Seasons, children and teens can donate on the computer when in the Scouts after-school program. Non-vampire Sims won't autonomously eat plasma fruit salad anymore. There are several multi-pack fixes here as well. Another save corruption scenario got addressed involving clone Sims with a household status of none, which was causing error code 109 when trying to load. Sand sculptures won't auto-generate on beaches when it rains a lot anymore, though this still happens if you use the weather machine. They have a fixed plan for that in a future patch. Gates with lanterns will now have those lanterns light up the areas around them, which applies to several gates across base game, Cats and Dogs, and Seasons. Sims who dislike mischief or singing won't autonomously do those behaviors. Work computers at police stations, Foxbury Commons, and other locations are fixable after breaking. The Tamarani introduction fulfills the Greek coworker task in the doctor career now. There's also a fix for temporary stays where certain Sims couldn't be invited to stay over from residential rental lots. And that pretty much covers December. They've also previewed what they're targeting for January's base game update as well. The toddler makeup category is confirmed to be working but requires custom content to appear. They're still looking into reports that it stopped working after businesses and hobbies released and that there may have been non-custom content assets before, so they're asking for screenshots or clues. Some saves with missing lots might be fixable using the memory boost feature, which seems promising for PC players. They're testing it against different hardware scenarios and asking people with the issue to fill out their missing lot data survey. The server error when uploading to the gallery or library is the top community issue, and they're actively working on a fix, though it's proven tricky. They've identified the main cause of Sims standing around instead of caring for infants and toddlers and plan to provide an update soon. Memorial portraits and graduation photos appearing blank is another top issue they've made progress on and are targeting for a future update, but unfortunately it's not going to be in the December one. Sims attending work or school rabbit holes and not remaining there when loading a save where they were employees of an open small business is another issue they think they're testing a fix for. Sims using objects obsessively is complicated and might take time, but they're discussing creative solutions. They mentioned there are at least 6 other issues in their top 10 community concerns they want to start investigating, and they're all tricky ones. So hopefully we'll hear about those soon. But that is going to be it. That covers December's fixes and some, or at least most of January's, and things that they're looking into. Definitely drop a comment with which fix you're most looking forward to, or what you think should have been prioritized. That is going to be it from me for now for this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and happy life simming.